playing a xiao flute from China, bamboo, front blown. The sacred flute style or technique is a meditation for the player and for the listener. It's basically a breathing technique. With an out breath, you play a phrase. However long the out breath is, that's how long the phrase is. You cannot play the phrase any longer than the out breath, just like in meditation. Then a nice long in breath. So there's a big pause between the phrases. Out breath, flute phrase, yang, outward expression. Nice long in breath, yin, the pause, inner silence. The inner silence informs the outward expression. It's not like regular Western playing with the flute constantly playing. It can just all get a bit much and snatching at breath. This now, relaxed phrase. So for me, the player, the idea is to focus my attention, just like in meditation, keep my person occupied, keep my mind occupied with focusing on the breath, focusing on my fingering, focusing on my technique, focusing on my shoulders. Are my shoulders relaxed? How are my elbows? My legs? Is my body feeling relaxed? Everything. Keep the mind occupied with that while the spirit plays the flute. If either player now can get connected, music being a transmitter, the listener now can feel that connection from me. That's the idea anyway. So in effect, I also am part of the instrument. The flute itself is not sacred, it's just an empty inanimate object, but it's the sacred breath coming from spirit that inhabits the flute, that makes the sacred sound. If I empty myself, try to, by focusing on my technique, my shoulders, my breathing, empty myself of thoughts, and become part of the instrument too, an empty instrument that spirit can play through me and through the flute, through the sounds, the ethereal sounds coming from the other side via ether. That's the idea anyway. Still a work in progress. Doesn't always happen that way. As we know in meditation, sometimes we get distracted. The mind goes off. I'm playing my flute. The mind's gone all over the place or wants to take over and control all the phrases. But then I just come back to my breath, come back to my shoulders. Am I relaxed? Keep the person occupied. Let the spirit do the talking through the connection. That is the sacred flute meditation. I recorded 4 pieces, all in the kind of sacred flute style, especially for this service. I hope you enjoy.
Good evening. My name's Richard Bober, and I'm leader of the Meditation Fellowship and a member of Golders Green Unitarians. I was trained as a meditation teacher by Theravadan Buddhists in Hertfordshire, and I now work in the Unitarian movement. This evening, I would like to offer you 3 short guided meditations. This comes at a difficult time for many of us during the lockdown. For many of us, it's been a time of difficulty, of grief, of suffering, loss. And these are all things that were noted and acknowledged by the Buddha some 2,500 years ago. And these practices I'm offering this evening come directly from the Buddha's awakening. They are intended to help us, to support us, and to move us beyond the unsatisfactoriness that is the fabric of our lives. So firstly, I would like to ask you, to invite you, and everything I say is an invitation. I would like to invite you to sit in a straight, upright position, not rigidly straight, but upright and comfortable, so that you can hold the position for 20 minutes or so without feeling uncomfortable. If you're sitting on the floor, on a cushion, just feel the contact with the floor through your ankles and your shins. If you're sitting on a chair, place your feet, the soles of your feet, firmly on the floor. The invitation here is to have a feeling of groundedness. feeling supported. And I invite you to close your eyes and turn your attention inwards. So for the next few minutes, we're just going to explore with our attention and our awareness the body that we're working with, as it is right here this evening. So place your attention. The invitation is to feel, not to think about or imagine, but to really feel. So place your attention on the soles of your feet, or if you're sitting on the floor, on your ankles and shins, the points of contact with the floor. Find a neutral place for your hands, either upturned or downturned on your thighs or in your lap. Just a position where you feel comfortable and where you don't have to worry about what to do with them. And then bring your attention to your back. Let this be the centerpiece of your posture. So I said a few moments ago to have an upright posture, and that's important so that we are awake and alert. But at the same time, see if you can find something that is comfortable so that you can relax into it. So the invitation here is to feel your way into sitting alert, upright, but comfortable and relaxed. And now see if you can align your head and neck with your spine so that it's all in alignment. Everything is upright and balanced, centered. This basic posture supports our practice. And now, just drop your attention again down to the soles of your feet or your ankles and shins if you're sitting on the floor. And gradually, gently and slowly, the invitation is to move your attention up your lower leg towards your knees. Just noticing everything that there is to notice in your body in this area. So that is taking in your shins, your calves, and move up towards your knees. Just feel what there is to feel. Again, the invitation is to feel, not to think about or imagine. And at your knees, then just gently move your attention up your upper leg, taking in the fronts of your thighs and the backs of your thighs, the hamstrings, and feel the contact with the cushion or the chair. And then come to rest at your sitting bones on the cushion or the chair. And again, just take a moment here to pause and just to feel how your sitting bones are supporting the weight of your torso. And now, in your own time, slowly move your attention up your spine, vertebra by vertebra, towards your neck. Just take in each vertebra, feel the contact with the back of the chair, and just feel what there is to feel, just noticing it all. Notice the areas where there's little feeling or no feeling. And as you reach your upper back, expand your awareness to take in all of your neck and shoulder area. And just notice what tension you might be carrying there. And here the invitation is just to feel it, notice it. And now bring your attention to your neck and head. Just see if you can align them with your spine so that everything is upright and balanced. Feel the weight of your head being supported by your neck. And take in the back of your head and your face. And gently move your attention towards the crown of your head. And when you get there, just elongate slightly towards the sky. Just lengthen a fraction towards the sky. And now just take a few moments to feel the whole of your physical body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Taking in your sitting bones, the contact with the chair, and the contact with the floor. Feel the clothes on your skin surface and the air on your hands and face. And if you can, just relax and soften. If you find relaxation difficult, just notice that and see if you can just soften your muscles, and whilst retaining your upright posture, see if you can just feel a sense of comfort and ease. And gently, in your own time, just let that go. just check your posture and come back to this upright sitting position. And close your eyes and just check in with your body again. And here the invitation is to feel the movement caused by your breath. So as you breathe in, you may notice a movement in your chest area or in your abdomen or at the rim of the nostrils. And the same when you breathe out. Just notice that. The invitation is to keep your breathing natural, normal, not to alter it in any way, but simply to place your attention on it. Just notice the movement. You might like to spend a little time feeling where the movement is most vivid for you. Where is it easiest for you to pick up the movement caused by the breath? Again, we're just noticing it. We're not altering the breath in any way. Let me be quite precise. The invitation is to notice. It's not to concentrate, it's not to grasp after the breath, it's simply in a light and easy way, a relaxed way, just to notice the breath. There's no right or wrong way to breathe. How you're breathing is natural and normal, and the invitation is simply to notice that. How does it feel? Again, it's not thinking about the breath or imagining it. It's just noticing it. So where is it easiest for you to notice the movement? And when you found that place, it's usually the chest area or the abdomen. When you found that place, simply relocate your attention repeatedly in that place. Again, we're not concentrating, it's just a light quality of attention. Gentle, slow, kind. Just notice it. And if you find your attention wanders, the busy mind drifts you away onto some thought or sound or other disturbance, that's fine, that's normal. You haven't made a mistake. Just notice it and gently, with kindness, return your attention to the movement caused by the breath. The kindness is really important here. How you do the return, the relocation of your attention, is really useful and important. If we can introduce at this point an element of compassion, kindness, just gentleness, knowing that we have a busy mind, that that's natural, and acknowledging it, and simply relocating our attention without any self-criticism. then this is a skillful, useful way to develop our practice. Again, the invitation is simply to notice the movement caused by the breath. We're not concentrating, we're not trying to suppress thoughts, we're not trying to get rid of thoughts. We just notice them and relocate our attention on the breath. We may need patience. We may need to do this repeatedly, many times in any one session. This is a work in progress. It's a practice. Keep it kind, keep it soft, keep it gentle. Keep at it, keep noticing. And gently, in your own time, bring that meditation to a close. just bring your attention briefly to your body and just check you're sitting upright, grounded, centered and balanced. You might like to close your eyes and relax, soften your body. And here the invitation is to bring to mind a stream or a river flowing in front of you from one side to the other. And you're sitting on a bank of the river or the stream, perhaps with your feet dangling in the cool water. And the invitation here is to fix your gaze on one spot of the flowing water in front of you. And you just notice the debris that comes down the stream. Twigs, branches, leaves. And you notice them come into your vision and pass away from your vision. You keep your eyes fixed on the one spot. So too with our thoughts. We keep our attention located on the present, on the breath. And we notice that thoughts come, they arise, they have a life, and they leave. We don't have to get entangled with them. We don't have to believe them. So this practice is simply about noticing thoughts. We're not trying to suppress them or get rid of them. The invitation is simply to notice them, allow them, but don't get caught up with them. So we sit on the banks of our river and we watch the flowing water. We watch our thoughts, the twigs, the branches, the leaves. They arise, they have a life, and they move away. They flow downstream, out of our vision. We don't have to get entangled with them. So the invitation is just to notice your thoughts. The breath can be used as an anchor. We can keep our attention, a certain percentage of it, on the breath, and we can notice our thoughts coming and going. And the breath can help us not to be entangled, not to engage with the thoughts, not to even believe them, to see them for what they are. We might like to name them: past, future, trivial, important. Some may be more insistent than others. And we just notice that, and still we keep part of our attention noticing the breath. We don't have to be entangled with the thoughts to notice the quality of them. So thinking in meditation is not a mistake. Meditation practice in this tradition is not about eliminating thoughts or getting rid of them. It's simply about noticing them, seeing them for what they are, acknowledging what is. And the invitation is also, whilst you're doing this, to keep relaxed, to keep soft, and to keep it kind. And when you're ready, just let the stream go, let the river go, let your thoughts go, and just come back, feel your feet on the floor, feel your sitting bones on the chair, and notice your spine. So come back to your physical body. And relax and enjoy some music from Paul. Thank you for attending.